It is my favorite time. My favorite time is opening packets. Here we have Chaos Incarnate, a starter commander deck. This one is for the bad guys. If you like being the bad guy, if you like being evil, this is for you. Our commander is a demon berserker. Yeah, that artwork is gross. So, what's going to happen is you're going to play your commander, and then all of those opponents that you have, they have to attack each other and not you. And you're going to sit there laughing, having a great time. Let them fight. Isn't that right? These are absolutely fantastic value. If you can pick these up cheaply, these are really, really cool. You have so much fun with these. You just the deck box there. Yeah, look, you can use these. You want to put sleeves on cards. All right, I've got my sleeves here. You want to put sleeves on them. You don't want to play without sleeves. With the sleeves, I believe they just fit in this box. Have to try that. Yeah. There you go. You got some tokens. These +1/+1 pretty useful. Most of the time, what you want to do is use dice. See if I got some. Probably just want to get some dice. Dice are would be easier than using these +1. You're gonna have to. You need more than 4 usually. So get some dice. D6 with the pips. That's the way to go because they're easy to read for you and your opponent. That's what I like to do. Here's a booklet. It's quite nice. This is your first time opening a magic pack. It's quite nice to read about your commander there. And it even tells you a little bit about the rules and how you should be playing the deck. We'll be making a video about this deck to really help the beginning players. There's a lot of things that need to be explained. So love doing that for my friends and sharing that with you as well. There's our commander, beautiful foil. Whenever an attacking creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. These are fantastic little effects that allow you to hit your opponents without attacking. It's really cool. I love those kind of play strategies there. Okay, this is my first time looking at the deck, so we're starting off with the rares here. Demons. Interesting. So we go 5 mana for a 5/4 demon. That's crazy. That means that your opponents have to sacrifice any creature that they have. If they have more than 2 creatures, that's absolutely nuts. At the beginning of your upkeep, target player draws a card and loses 1 life. You can use that as politics to bribe your opponent. Usually you'll be using that on yourself. So when you play black, you're usually sacrificing your own life for advantage. In this case, card draw is kind of one of the best ways to do that. 5 mana for a 5/4. It's good. Here's a board wipe, destroy all creatures. And then each player loses life equal to the number of creatures they controlled that were destroyed this way. This is absolutely going to wipe the floor with token decks like First Flight or Token Triumph or even the zombie deck. This is going to win you the game, this one, for sure. Yeah. And you don't even have to attack. Yeah. Each opponent chooses a creature in their graveyard, put those cards into the battlefield under your control. Wow, go grab some great things out of your opponent's graveyard. That's super nice. 4 mana, you could potentially get... so the opponent chooses the creature that you get, but you'll still get 3 creatures for 4 mana. That is insane value. Looking at this Planeswalker, again, so we're sacrificing our own life to draw a card. You can use it as target removal. This -8, we're pretty much never going to get that. Nobody ever lets you get the ultimate. The ultimate is that -8 there. Even though you start on 5, you can get +1/6, but people don't let you do that. Profane Command, choose 2. So it's great when you have multiple different choices on your spells. You can use them for whatever context or situation that you're in. It's fantastic. Target player loses X life. Damn. You can bring back a creature from your graveyard. You could remove target creature. Or you can give all your creatures fear. Or somebody else? No, it's a sorcery. So you can give your creatures fear, which means they can't be blocked except by artifacts or black creatures. That is a fantastic card because you've got different options. Target player loses X life. That's amazing. Could win you the game. Put target creature card from defending player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. So you don't have to hit an opponent for damage. You just have to attack. All you have to do is attack with it. And it's a 6/6. You can bring him back from your graveyard as well. That's crazy good. Each player sacrifices a creature, create an XX black demon creature token with flying, where X is the total power of the creature sacrificed this way. Oh, wow. So I'm guessing, each player sacrifices a creature. So your opponents will choose the creature that they sacrifice. If they got 1/1s, that's not that great, but depending on when you play it, that could be huge. You'd want to get at least a 6/6 for 6 mana out of it. And it's flying as well, which is awesome. Vampire, I love vampires. Flying, whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you may gain 3 life. So we got life gain in here as well. Damn. 4 mana for a 3/3 flying. Whenever an opponent discards a card, you may gain 3 life. That's a fantastic card. You can really do lots of busted stuff with that one. 6 mana for a flying 4/4. And this is going to work with our Sangromancer there, forcing our opponents to discard cards. And they lose life. Damn. This deck is really busted. Or could be. 7 mana for a 5/4 Intimidate. Can't be blocked by black or artifact creatures. And we're stealing our opponent's creatures out of their graveyard. The difference is here we get to choose which creatures we grab out of our opponent's graveyard. Really cool. 7 mana though. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with the highest mana value. Ouch. Imagine our opponent had only that commander out. Ouch. Titan Hunter, love this card, it's fantastic. If no creatures died this turn, Titan Hunter deals 4 damage to that player. And then we can sacrifice one of our own creatures, and we gain 4 life. So, love that card. You want to set up that card with something that creates tokens that we can sacrifice, or creatures that would die or end up getting sacrificed at the end of the turn anyway. So I have that card in my Mishra deck. Blasphemous Act, this is one of the best board wipes there is. So the more creatures on the battlefield there are, the cheaper this card is. So it'll probably cost you 1 mana, because it's counting all the creatures, not just yours. Brash Torner, again, fantastic card, because it's indestructible, so you can use it as a blocker, and then whenever it takes damage, it deals that much damage to an opponent. That's absolutely nuts. You can go completely bonkers with that card if you can deal it a lot of damage, and it has built into it. You pay 3 mana and tap it, and it fights another creature. So at minimum, you could be fighting your 6/6. Yeah. Nuts. It's a great blocker as well. Chaos Warp. I don't like this card. It's kind of fun because you don't know what's going to happen. You could end up giving your opponent something really, really cool. So, yeah, I don't like it. I don't play it, but it's chaos. So it could be, yeah, it could be super fun. Everyone enjoys it when you play it. 6 mana for a 6/6 first strike. That's cool. This is a mythic card. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent may have you draw 3 cards. If the player doesn't, you mill 3 cards, then it deals damage to that player equal to the total mana value of those cards. So more non-combat player damage. I love non-combat player damage. Helps you get around pesky control players, etc. Dictate of the Twin Gods. Flash. An enchantment with Flash. Pretty cool. Flash means you want to be playing it in an opponent's turn, probably. If a source would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage to that permanent or player instead. So if you're playing that in an opponent's turn, then your opponent's attacking your other opponent and you want to double that. That's so sneaky. That's so bad. Damn, this deck looks so fun. You're really going to be messing with people with this deck. Damn. And you can... Damn. Yeah, so it's an enchantment, so it stays on the battlefield. Damn. That's so busted. That is so busted. Fiery Confluence. Choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once. This is what we call a modal spell. Modal spells are kind of like the best spells we can have in Magic because they're flexible. They allow us to do different things depending on the situation. So we can do damage to each opponent or creature or destroy artifact. So this deck is just full of cards that do damage to our opponent without doing combat. We saw some of the bombs in this deck. We've got huge creatures we can attack with as well. This deck is really, really powerful. Really cool. Geode Ranger, yeah, 6 mana, but whenever you play a land, you goad target creature, which means it has to attack, but not you. I like it's nice. 6 mana though. In this deck, it's yeah, works perfectly with all the other stuff you got here. It's got first strike as well. So yeah, it's cool here. Kazul. I do like this one. 5 mana for a 5/4, and then whenever somebody attacks you, you create an ogre for each creature that's attacking you, unless they pay 3. That's a fantastic way to disincentivize your opponents from attacking you. Really cool, I like it. 5, 6, 7, 8 mana for a 7/7. And then it's going to do 3 damage to any target at the beginning of each player's upkeep. Holy heck. Holy heck. So 3 in your next... You play this card, then you've got 3 opponents, so you're going to do 9 damage, and then it's going to come back to your turn, 10, 11, 12. It's going to do 12 damage, plus it's a 7/7 for 8 mana. That's busted. That is so busted. That's fantastic. I love it. Perfect. This deck. Wow, this deck's super fun. Your opponents are going to be screaming. Sunbird's Invocation. Whenever you cast a spell from your hand, reveal the top X cards of your library, where X is that spell's mana value. You may cast a spell with mana value X or less from among cards revealed this way without paying its mana cost. The rest on the bottom of your library, no matter what. So, this enchantment sits on the battlefield, and it just keeps triggering again and again every time you cast a spell. This is what we call card draw. That's a really awesome piece of card draw. And you cast that second spell for free. It's really cool. Especially if you pay like 8 mana for a spell, you get the next one. Damn. Whenever a Tectonic Giant attacks, it becomes the target of a spell an opponent controls. Choose one. Deals 3 damage to each opponent. Each opponent. Damn, so that's doing 9 damage whenever it attacks. Damn. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. So it's a bit of card draw, but for 4 mana, it's going to do 9 damage when you attack with it. And you could also target... if an opponent targets it. So you're going to play it, and you have to wait until your next turn to attack with it. But if an opponent tries to remove it, it's going to do the 9 damage anyway. So they can't even remove it. The minimum cost to remove this creature is 9 damage to everyone else. Damn. That is crazy. Ricochet, you may choose new targets for target instant or sorcery spell, then copy that spell. Damn, so this could be, target removal, and then you can redirect it, and then you get another one for free. 4 mana instant, though, you're going to have to keep 4 mana open for that. But yeah, that's really messing with people, that one. 4 mana, though. Hard to keep 4 mana open. You really got to have, nothing else to do. So, Wildfire Devils. When it enters the battlefield at the beginning of your upkeep, choose a player at random. That player exiles an instant or sorcery card from the graveyard. Copy that card. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. Wow. So this is something you probably want to be playing later on in the game when stuff is in people's graveyard. Early in the game, this is not great. But it does trigger every turn. So you'll probably be getting value from that. Wow. And then your opponents have to think about what instants or sorceries they're putting in their graveyard as well. And we got another commander here. I don't know how to say that. Kervik the Merciless. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to any target. That is busted. So here's the face commander, 4 mana. Attacking creature dies. Yeah, this one's better, but 7 mana though. 7 mana is too expensive. So yeah, I think you want to keep the 4 mana commander. Yeah, 7 mana for a commander. It's too expensive. And then we're still going through the rares here. Enchantment. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. So you're giving everyone an additional card. But it's going to do 1 damage to them. So this card accelerates the game. Accelerate. That's cool. It's chaotic. Yeah, it's perfect. Fits this deck perfectly. Whoever buys this kind of deck is going to love these cards. Yeah. Menace. Menace means it can only be blocked by 2 creatures or more. It cannot be blocked by 1 creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, Each player draws a card and loses 1 life. So that's exactly the same as that for 2 mana. That is cool. Theatre of Horrors. Beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of... Lots of upkeep triggers here. You're going to be learning all about upkeep triggers. Don't forget them. It's easy to forget upkeep triggers. You might want to put a reminder or a note or something on the top of your library before you draw to trigger all these triggers. Beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. During your turn, if an opponent lost life this turn, you may play lands and cast spells from among cards. Exile the Theatre of Horrors. I don't really like stuff like that. It's card advantage. It's card advantage, but it's just quite convoluted. I don't like doing that sort of stuff. But it is powerful. 4 mana, deal 1 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Yeah, super expensive. Yeah, might have some utility in there. It's an enchantment that hangs around if you need it. Coveted Jewel, add 3 mana of any one color, and then you give this to... they have to attack you first, but then your opponent gets this. And they draw 3 cards. Yeah, so you get 3 cards, and then you can make 3 mana, and then your opponents attack you. They get 3 cards, and they can. This becomes untapped. They can get 3 mana as well. 6 mana. Yeah. I don't know. Could be fun in a Commander game. Could be fun. Solemn Simulacrum. That's a great card, especially if you can get it to bounce back to your hand or blink. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto the battlefield tapped. Then shuffle. You want to do that in a turn that you're also playing a land. And when it dies, you draw another card. It's great. Great commander card there. Reveal a Swamp or Mountain for both mana. That's cool. It's really good. Tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. Again, really good. And pay 5 and tap. Deal 2 damage to target player or planeswalker. It's better value than paying 4. Yeah. That's okay. I'll take that in the land. Scry, I like my Scry lands. And then let's have a look at uncommons here. Draw 3 cards and you lose 3 life. Yeah, that's cool. Feed the Swarm, destroy target opponent or enchantment. That's great. Target removal. You get a creature. Draw a card unless target opponent sacrifices a creature or pays 3 life. Damn, that's cool. Sorcery, scry 2, then draw 2 cards. You look at the cards before you draw them. Lose 2 life. That's fantastic, actually. Spine in Blood. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Use it on yourself, but yeah, you could bribe an opponent. This stack is really cool. Really political. But, I mean, you're going to be drawing some hate. So it's nice to have stuff like that in there. Each other player discards a card. You draw a card. Ouch. Your opponents won't like that. Vampire Nighthawk. That's a good card. Flying Death Touch. Lifelink. It's always a good card. Abrade, bit of target removal. Explosion of Riches, draw cards, and each other player may draw a card. Whenever a card is drawn this way, it deals 5 damage to target opponent chosen at random. That's fun. That's fun. You'll enjoy that one. Gutter Snipe, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, deals 2 damage to each opponent. Each is cool. It's like 6 damage. So cool. For what, 3 mana? This deck's full of really cool stuff like that. Hate Mirage. Choose up to 2 target creatures you don't control. For each of those creatures, create a token as a copy of that creature. They gain haste, and then exile them at the beginning of the next end step. Wait until your opponents have big bombs. That could be cool. As red mana for each tap land your opponents control. Costs you 5 though. So yeah, you'd have to wait until you could get more than 5. Yeah, it's not worth it just to make 1 mana. Yeah, you wait for the end game to make lots of mana, and then use that mana to do damage to each opponent. I reckon that's what you want to do there. Defender means it can't attack. It taps and deals 1 damage to each opponent. And then whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, untap. So I'm really loving this theme of doing damage to all of your opponents or target opponent without combat, because there's some really powerful demons and stuff in here for combat as well. Breath of Malfegor deals 5 damage to each opponent, and then you're paying 5 mana for that, and you're going to do 15 damage. That's crazy. And then that's going to trigger that one as well. Damn. Yeah, it's another 3. 18 damage. Rakdos Charm. This is... Wow, what a good card. Again, a modal spell. It's an instant spell. It's 2 mana. What a good card this is. We can exile the graveyard. We can destroy an artifact. Or each creature deals 1 damage to its controller. You wait until they've got 20 tokens. Or even 10 can be enough. That'll win you the game. I've died to that card multiple times. It's an amazing, amazing card. Terminate. Destroy target creature for 2 mana. That is amazing. Unlicensed Disintegration, 3 mana. Destroy target creature. And then if you control an artifact, deal 3 damage to that creature's controller. Damn, for 3 mana, that is awesome. And then, yeah, we got some rocks here. So for 3 mana, we can get 2 lands on the battlefield tapped. And it's 3. So 6 mana for 2 land on the battlefield tapped. And it's a 2/2 creature. Yeah, I think it's okay. And a rock. Lightning Greaves. Haste and Shroud. Cost 0 to equip, 2 to put out, 0 to equip. Once you've equipped it, you can't target that creature anymore. You can't target it. Nobody can. That is amazing. Equip for 0. For 1 mana, we can tap and sacrifice it to exile player's graveyard. And then for black mana, we draw a card. That's quite good value for money. Rakdos Signet, Soul Ring, Talisman of Indulgence, Wayfarer's Bauble. So 2 and tap, and you get 1 land tapped. Yeah, it's the same as the 6 mana. Burnished Heart. Yeah. Unless you're getting 2, with Burnished Heart, you're getting 2 cards out of that 1 card. With this one, you're only getting 1 card out of 1 card, and it costs you 3 mana. Yeah, I don't love that. I usually take that out. 1 Power Stone, 3 mana. You get 2 mana. Can't use it straight away though. It's annoying. As expected. Thanks for watching, and tune in for next time. We'll open something else.